welcome back to the Renursing EDU channel. My name is Nicole Johnson. Here at Renursing EDU, we help nurses make moves in their professional careers. So that whether that be you going back to school to become a nurse practitioner or you going on the other side and starting your own nursing business or business as a nurse, we can help you do that. So in today's video, I'm going to actually be talking about a question that I get a lot. So I've been a nurse entrepreneur for a long time now, since about 2013, I guess, is when my first book was published. And I have been a full-time nurse entrepreneur for the last 2 years after I was furloughed during the beginning of the pandemic. So I have experience being a nurse entrepreneur, and I want to help other nurses actually move on into entrepreneurship if that's what they want to do. But I do get a lot of questions regarding about what can I do? I don't know what I can do besides nursing. Please help me out. I don't understand. And I just wanted to quickly say that a lot of nurses, for some odd reason, they think that they can only be a nurse, and that if they're going to start a business, it has to be completely strictly nursing related, meaning that they have to be doing nursey things like giving people injections or Botox or flu shots, or, starting a telemedicine clinic if you're an advanced practice provider. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. You don't have to deal with patients. You don't have to do any of that. And so I kind of think that maybe it's part of our caring profession that we need to be taking care of somebody and need to have that need to take care of patients. But you really don't. You really, really don't. So I am a nurse practitioner. I started out LPN, RN, nurse practitioner. So I've been at all levels here. And my business does not involve taking care of patients. My business does not involve me working set hours and schedule Monday through Friday or every other weekend or anything else like that. I purposely set up my business so I could have the lifestyle that I want with my daughter and I. So I can work from wherever. And I don't have any internal deadlines except for the deadlines I impose on myself. And every once in a while, if I get a writing client, they'll give me a deadline, but it's not like I can't take my computer to wherever I'm at and actually write whatever it is that I'm working on. So it's really nice. Being 2 years in as a full-time entrepreneur, it's not easy. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say it is, but I will tell you that I will not trade my freedom for the world. There's nothing that is going to make me go back to the standard clinical job I had as a nurse practitioner. I may pick up some sports physicals every once in a while. That's a seasonal position. And I go in and I talk to the adolescents, the preteens and teenagers, and I do a quick physical. And that's as clinical as I get right now. But that's my choice. I may want to go do something a little bit more clinical. Like maybe I want to go and give injections or something. I don't know. But I am enjoying having the flexibility of being a full-time entrepreneur and making a majority of my money from being an entrepreneur and my products and my services. So I want to talk about why nurses, I guess, think that they can't do anything else but nursing jobs and nursing businesses. So I just wanted to go through the top 3 questions you should be asking yourself if you're a nurse and you're thinking about starting your own business, but you have no clue what to start your own business on. This will help you, right? And like I said, you don't have to do it. I want you to really, well, I'm going to get to it in question 3, but here we go. So I've got notes here, but the first question you need to ask yourself is, what am I good at? Think really hard. So it's not necessarily that, okay, I'm good at hanging IVs. You've got to think outside the box, people. So you're thinking about things that you do in your spare time after you get home from your shift, things that you enjoy doing. So these could be hobbies. These could be things that you do with your kids. These could be, you're really good at woodworking. You're really good at public speaking because you are doing some kind of speaking event at your church or another organization. Whatever it is, you need to write this down. So that's what you need to do. So I forgot to tell you. Get a notepad. You're going to be taking a lot of notes during this video if you're super interested in figuring out what you want to do as a nurse for your own business. And I'm going to say it 100 times during this video, but you don't have to do anything nursing related, okay? So keep your mind open when you are answering these questions. So number one, what are you good at? Tell me. Write it all down. So if you have a long list, write it all down. So if that list is 100 different lines, write it all down. Number two, I would ask yourself, what am I passionate about? So being passionate about something and being good at something are completely different. Yes, you can be good at something and you can also be passionate about it. But you can actually be passionate about something and not be, super great at it either. So I just want you to know that there is a difference between being good at something and being passionate about something. Okay, so let me see. As an example myself, since you're watching me, I would say that I was super good at being a nurse working at the bedside. But I was not passionate about it. And the reason I wasn't passionate about it is because I realized that my personality just does not fit. I like doing my own thing. I don't like having to alternate holidays and weekends. I did not like the 12-hour shifts that turned into 14-hour shifts. I didn't like not having any control, but I was damn good at it, but I just wasn't passionate about it. So I want you to think about it in that way, okay? So what are you passionate about? What I do on my business now is I do a lot of content creation. I do a lot of educational materials. I write, I create things. I help people, like I said, become nurse practitioners or become business owners. So I do a lot of creating. I do a lot of coaching as well. So I'm good at that. And I also happen to be passionate about it. So I still enjoy helping people, but this is the way I like helping people now. So tell me what you want to do as far as being good at and passionate about. So if you want to take that original list of what you're good at, and then the second question, just go through and actually circle the things that you're passionate about, then we're really starting to chip things away, right? Another thing you need to consider is what type of lifestyle do you want with your business? So this can be a variety of things, and people can run their businesses in a variety of ways. You can be a solopreneur. You can have you be the boss and you're directing other people to do things for you. You don't actually have to do all of the work yourself. You can have some form of an agency. And when I say agency, I do not mean a home health agency or a staffing agency, because that's what nurses like to go towards. Whatever. You can do that. I'm here for it if you want to do that, but I'm just letting you know, keep your mind open. You don't have to do any of that if you don't want. So when I'm talking about agency, what I'm talking about is like maybe a writing agency. So maybe you're creating content for other people and you're having other writers actually write for you, but you're turning it into the main client and you're getting paid that way. Or maybe you're actually running Google ads or Facebook ads or Pinterest ads or whatever ads. You have an ad agency. You have a website agency that you're creating websites. That is what I'm talking about, people. I want you to think outside of the box, because you have other passions and you have other activities and you have other life experiences besides just being a nurse. So I don't want you to box yourself in just because you have that degree that says LPN, RN, NP, whatever it is. Okay? Another thing to consider, like I said, is your lifestyle. So that's question number 3. What kind of lifestyle do I want to live? And that goes into what type of business model you want to have. That goes into the fact, do you want to actually work outside of your home? Working in the house is a really big deal now since the pandemic. A lot of people are working from home. Do you want to actually go into another clinic? If you have a clinic, do you want to stay working from home? Do you want to have that flexibility if the school calls you for your child, that you can just drop everything and go to the school? Do you want to be able to take your laptop with you and do your work for your business wherever you're at? You have to decide what kind of lifestyle you want. That is completely up to you. So I really can't help you there, but I knew deep down that I wanted a lifestyle that afforded me freedom to do whatever I wanted when I wanted, and I didn't have to answer to anybody. So that may be completely different for you. Okay. So the 3 questions you have to ask yourself: what am I good at? What am I passionate about? And what kind of lifestyle do I want with this potential business? Okay. Another thing that I did not cover, it's not necessarily a question, but if you, for instance, want to do something completely outside of nursing, like I said, you want to start writing books, you want to start running ads for people. Obviously, if you don't have any experience in that, you're going to need to get experience, right? So another thing to consider is, okay, what is something that I would be potentially interested in learning more about? Maybe you have a desire to learn more about running ads, or you have a desire on wanting to create products to sell to people. If you have that desire, write that down as well. Like, that doesn't really fit into 3 questions that I had you ask yourself, but write that down as well. Okay, I would really like to learn how to do XYZ. I would really like to learn how to do this. You have to take all of this into consideration when you're thinking about starting a business. Another thing that's important, but maybe, not at the top of the list, is maybe your personality. Like, I am an introverted person, and it took me a while to figure out that I was an introverted person. And that was part of the reason I didn't like being on display when I was working, because as a nurse or a nurse practitioner, you're always on display. It's not that I was afraid that I was going to mess up or do something wrong. It's just that I'm a private person. So it's like really odd to have somebody looking down your back or breathing down your back when you're trying to do everything. And that's patients, that's families, that's management, that's everybody. It's like everybody can see everything because they're looking down your back because you are all out in the open, right? So you have to take that in consideration. Are you introvert? Are you extrovert? Do you like doing certain things that you couldn't do within your nursing role? You have to think about all of this before you decide, okay, I want to do this type of business, because maybe you can say, I want to do a certain type of business, and you get into it and you realize, I don't really like it. I mean, that just really doesn't fit my personality, or I didn't realize that I needed to be on call so much, or, be available so much. And I will tell you that, yeah, I've been an entrepreneur for a long time. I've had my business as a side hustle before I went full time with it. But there were many times throughout the years where I was trying different things, where I was trying to add something into my business or take something out. And I realized that I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. And so I got rid of it. So you have to think about that too, as someone brand new to entrepreneurship, that you may go through some things and you actually don't like it simply because it's nothing that you're passionate about and it's not creating the lifestyle that you want. And yeah, you may be good at it, but I mean, if you're not happy, what's the point of doing it? So I need you to take all of this into consideration when you're trying to figure out what to do as a business. So I'm hoping that you weren't coming and watching this video to kind of figure out that I was going to say, oh yes, you can start this agency, you can start this, you can start that. I'm really hoping that this video actually gave you clarity on how to figure this out, and me not just telling you what you can do. I mean, there are a billion things you can do. You just look on the internet. Anything anybody else is doing that doesn't have a nursing degree, you can do too, as long as it's not anything that, involves you going back to college or graduate school or anything like that. I mean, you can do that too if you want, but I mean, just think about it. There's just so much you can do as a business. So I really hope this video helped kind of clarify things, because this is a very common question that I get. And I don't want you to feel bad if you don't want to do anything nursing related. If your business is not nursing related, that's completely fine. So let me know in the comments if this video helped you get clarity on what you want to do as far as your business is concerned. And I hope you like the video, subscribe, and join us for the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.